Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode or another experiment of the race to the Premiership. Today we're with Tottenham Hotspur or Spurs, and we'll see how well they have done. Currently it is Liverpool and Chelsea sitting proudly at the top of the tree at the moment with 9 seasons to get to the Premiership with 8 league wins. Can Tottenham do a little bit more? So we've just hopped into the Tottenham window, and let's just firstly have a look at where they are. Let's have a look at club info. Right, straight up. Right, okay, things are looking good. Looks like they may have done it in the minimum amount possible, which is 9 seasons. So let's double check, and we'll just pop into the domestics. And wow, okay. I feel there is going to be a new leader at the top of the tree, and it's not going to be who you think. It's at the moment it's Tottenham. Wow, we've only got one more team to look at, Leicester. Wow, this is amazing. Right, okay, they started off here in tier 10, 30 from 30, maximum 34 from 34 the season after, 38 from 38 the maximum after that as well. Then they draw a couple of games in the next following seasons. So up until the Vanarama South, they remained unbeaten, which is truly amazing. And not conceding goals, but have been conceding goals a little bit more each season. They have done that all the way through. They get through the Vanarama, winning the league with just 3 losses. League 2, same there again. Over 100 points. 127 actually. Is that the most haul they've got? It is actually. They clear League 1 in one season as well, finishing top of the table. And also the Championship with 8 losses, 94 points, top of the bill. We don't know how far ahead they were, but 94 blooming points. Wow, that is, they have been scoring goals aplenty. The goal difference has been amazing as well. It has been coming down a little bit, then it went back up into the League 1 and League 2, but then straight back down. And then in the Premiership in the first season, finished 9th, a credible 9th. That is pretty damn good. So let's have a look at their bank balance then. I mean, that's good. That's quick. Did they lose any of their players in order for that to happen, though? But 9 in 9, back to back to back 9 times. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at the finances. 229 million in the bank. They've got 125 million transfer budget, and they're spending wage budget already. Wow. Not like what Arsenal were doing. Arsenal finishing well below them. 10 seasons, 9 wins. Yeah, they took them 10 seasons to do it. But Tottenham have raced straight through. Not a problem whatsoever. So let's have a look at their results. So as we just flip back straight back to the beginning, we'll quickly go through these as well. So starting off in the first season, they were in the Europa League as well. So they've got a lot of games to go through. They had a 12-0 victory over Stenning in the FA Cup there. Wow, that's that's a lot. They did concede a goal against Celtic. They conceded 3 against Real Sebastian in the UEFA, but they're still winning things. Scrolling all the way down there, I don't think they've lost in the Europa League there, but I think they're winning away goals against PSV. They navigate past the quarterfinals. They're still in the other cup competitions as well. They win the Southern Combination Cup final with a 3-0 victory. They lost to Hoffenheim in the semi-final Europa League first leg. 4-2 overall on aggregate. That's a shame, but they win against Porchester 4-0 in the FA Vars. What happens next then? So, Community Shield. They beat Liverpool in that, obviously, because they won that. Did they win the FA Cup, actually? I don't think I actually saw that. Did they win the FA Cup? If we scroll all the way down, did they get to the FA Cup final? Yeah, they did. They win 3-2 after extra time against Leicester. I think apart from the Europa League, they've won abundant of trophies that season. Wow, I think they're probably one of the most successful teams in this experiment so far. Let's have a look at the following season. The Community Shield, they win. They lose to Marseille in the first game in the Europa League. They're still in that though. 7-0 there, 6-0 there. Big scores going through. Again, not conceding many goals. A lot of cup games. A lot of games, in fact. They're going just ploughing straight through. So they go out to Dynamo Kiev in the Europa League first knockout round. So they don't have to worry about that anymore. Are they still in the other cup competitions? Yeah, still in the league and the FA Vars. Did they get knocked out in the FA Cup? Still in the FA Cup. Did they get knocked out by Liverpool 2-0 though? But did they get to the final of any one of these ones? Combination final win 5-0 against East Preston, and the FA Vars final 3-0 against Yorkshire Amateur. They were in the club championships as well. I mean, what is that? Is that a final? Did they win that? Oh, that's Group F, so that might carry on into the following season. I don't know if it did or not, actually. Did they? They might have won that. No, they lost in the quarterfinals there against Liverpool 3-0 this time. Liverpool, the bane of their life so far. So continuing on in the following season, though. A couple of wins, I mean, straight through once again. They get knocked out by Crewe in the third round of the FA Cup, ploughing through the other cup competitions as well. FA Vars, Hebburn 3-1. So they win that one. Was there no other cup competition? I don't think there was. So they're into the pitching in Southern Premier South. They lose their first game in the Northern Cup Premier first qualifying round to FC United 1-0 in the 23rd minute. Okay, but apart from that, the wins all the way through. Lost in the FA Cup second round against to MK Dons, and still winning everything else. Semi-final there, FA Trophy. Just out of interest, did they go on and win everything? Not an awful lot though, but they were there or thereabouts. But yeah, pretty solid season there once again. They're into the Vanarama South. I think they still remained unbeaten at this point in the leagues. So the League Cup still in there. They get knocked out in the FA Trophy second round this time to Halifax. They're still going through the other cup, Southern League Cup third rounds. So these cups are still winning in. The Southern League semi-final against Bromsgrove. FA Cup fifth round against Hull to go through. Southern League final they win 1-0. The quarter final they lose to Leeds United 3-1. And then did they go out of the FA Vars? Did they go out the FA Vars? They did go out the FA Vars, but they still come away with a trophy though, so good for them. Going on to the Vanarama National now, it's starting to get a little bit more difficult. So the cup games are still going through. They lose their first game in the league to Ebbsfleet, so Ebbsfleet, or do they? No, they don't. It's Sutton that actually inflict their first defeat in league football. But in the FA Cup, they're still going strong in the FA Vars Trophy. Is that Vars Trophy? No, FA Trophy, okay. FA Cup and FA Trophy. FA Trophy, they win that 3-1. So where did they get knocked out in the FA Cup third round against Crystal Palace? Moving on to League 2 then, where they win. They lose their first game against Notts County 3-2. Oh, they're in the Papa John's though, so I wonder if they'll go and win that. We know they're a good cup side, so they're still winning there. They lose to Portsmouth there in the third round. So I guess they're out of that though, but still winning everywhere else. FA Cup quarter-final, they get to losing to West Ham. Still going through to the final of the FA Trophy, winning against Barnet 3-0. So going into League 1, still carrying on that form. Not so good in the friendlies. Still can't beat Liverpool. They're losing the Carabao Cup second round 1-0 to Bournemouth. Still going through the rest of the... I mean, they are winning games. I mean, quite comfortably as well. I mean, a few more losses though. Rotherham there, Oldham. They lose in the first round of the FA Cup after extra time to Wrexham. Still in the Papa John's. Do they go through all the way? They get to the Papa John's final. Leicester under 23s 2-1 after extra time. Just out of interest, who scored? I'm not sure who these guys are, but there you go. Right, continuing into the Championship then. They're just ploughing straight through, aren't they? They're not really bothered at this point. They just want to get through to the Premiership, and they lose a couple of games. 6-0 there against Walsall. Still in the Papa John's. They're losing the FA Cup third round against Aston Villa. I suppose at this point now they want to get to the Premiership, so nothing's sacred anymore at this point. They're willing to lose games as long as they win the league game. So yeah. So I don't think they won any trophy there at all, I don't think. Getting very close, but not quite there. So the first season in the Premiership, how well do they do? I mean, it is all over the place. Losing the fourth round to West Brom in the Carabao Cup. So semi-final first leg. Hey, what? I thought they lost in the Carabao Cup. Oh, they won that fourth round. So the Carabao Cup, they get to the semi-final. Losing to Watford. FA Cup, they're still in there. They lost to Chelsea 4-0 in the fourth round. That is about it. But yeah, they finished okay in the end, finishing a credible 9th, which isn't bad at all. So all in all, I think they've been more successful in the cup competitions than any other club that we've looked at. Let's have a look at their transfers then. So if we click again, going back, let's see if they lose some of the big players early on and what happened. 6,000-7,000 spent there for Jason Steele from Brighton. But they lose 33 million. Anybody really have that? 28 million. Ben Davis went to Crystal Palace. And that is about it. Danny Rose went to Schalke for 500,000. That is it. So quiet first season. Second season, they're starting ousting a few more players. So 68 million. Harry Kane went to Manchester City. I don't think we can have a look at his history. He's retired now, but he did score 154 goals in 218 for Tottenham and 89 in 236 for Man City though. Sessegnon to Leicester for 40 million. Sanchez 21.5 to Fulham. Axel Twanzebe, he went to Tottenham, did he? From Man United, went to Tottenham for 9 and they sell him on for 13.5. Which isn't too bad. And then he went to Atletico Madrid and then to Ajax. Quite eventful career has Axel with 5 goals in 13 games in the Southern Combination though. That's pretty good for a... Is it a centre-back for Axel? Any other big players? Matt Doherty, Tanganga, Bergwijn went for 8.5 to Spartak Moscow. Toby Alderweireld to Man United for 7.5. £37 million spent. Who did they spend it on? £13 million for Zach Stefan from Man City. And Axel from Man United there. Jonathan Silva from Sevilla. Following season, 124 let go then. 27 million for Reguilon. He'd gone to Liverpool. Dele Alli, he went to Bournemouth for 22. Forest picked up Skip for 19. Harry Winks went to Real San Sebastian. Troy Parrott, he went as well. Diego Dalot, he was at Tottenham. Wow, from Man United. So he goes there. Let's just have a quick look. He was at United. They pick him up for 6.25 and then go for 8.75. So 2.5 million there. But apart from that, is there anybody else? No. And they spend 6 million for Diego Dalot and let him go. How much did they let him go? Yes, a profit, wasn't it? Right, the following season, they're still offloading a lot of players. 38 million Ndombele, 34 Celso, Riedwald, 22 to Watford. Watford picked up a couple of players as well. Anybody else there? Abubakar Kamara, Jonathan Silva, Walcott. Not the Walcott, it's a Malachi Walcott, this one. Sung Young Min, he went to Everton on a free. How well did he do, Mr. Son? He was in the low league, 10, 12, 14. Not an awful lot of goals scored though, but he has been involved an awful lot. He had a very good seasons actually, to be fair. They spent 55 million though. So this Draxler from Man United for 19.75. He looks okay, doesn't he? 36 years old now, obviously. How well did he do? Yeah, he did okay. Not setting the world alight though, to be fair. Following season then, only £37 million spent, so it suggests they've not got many big players in at this point. I'm not sure who some of these players are. You may know them yourselves. They spent 24 million though. And Luke Shaw, they bring him in from Leicester. So Luke Shaw went from... We can't click on him, so I suggest he's not in the game anymore, which is a shame. But 30 million from Leicester, so he obviously went from Man United there to there. Any other big names? Brian Rodriguez, Bashiru. That is about it. The following season, 23 million. Anybody there of note? Carlson, Cash, Stemper from Newcastle. Nick Freeman, no. 28 million spent as well. 17 of Proro to Galatasaray. Rangers pick up Luke Shaw for 4.6. So they pick him up the season before, Luke Shaw, for 12. Nearly 13 and sell him on to Rangers for 4.6. That's a shame. Following season, £25 million gone. Matty Cash went to West Brom for 13. Any other big players in there? Not really. There's buy a player from Man United, 125,000, but that's about it. £70 million spent. Franco from Everton and another Wolves player there and some other players also. The following season after that, £90 million spent, so they're trying to get into the Premiership soon. I'm assuming this is League One. Bernardo Alves from Norwich, 42 million. Nazaru from Wolves, 24. Stefanovic from Man City for 12. They're getting a good couple of players in, and a few from Everton, Liverpool. They sell 35 just to finance a couple of them players with a net spend of around about 60, 55 million, which isn't too bad. Ram Rodriguez going for 11 to Napoli. Stemper going to Burnley. Bashiri went to Brentford. Apart from that, I'm not sure I recognise any of these players. Harry Jones, I don't know why that stood out. Right, we're almost at the season. Right, so this is the championship winning season then. They spend 155 million, 33 for Isaac Pereira from Porto. Not that special though, to be fair. He's still there by looks things, and he's doing okay. Not bad at all. 26 million for Swanberg from Chelsea. 22 or 28 million for Gotts from Southampton. Again, some of these players. Ethan Laird, he was at Liverpool. He was a United player as well. I'm surprised United let him go, but he went to Frankfurt on loan, then went to Flamengo, is it? FLA in Brazil. And then Liverpool brought him in. Again, not a player that really set the world alight, though. A good, strong right back, though, I guess. Bought a lot of players, though. A lot of players on loan as well. I mean, I'm not sure who some of these players are. Rav Vandenberg, is he a regen? Quite possibly. 30 million. He's been there for a season now, too. £43 million sold. And 20 million from Missouri going to Inter for about 26 million. 6 million for Dolan. That is about it, though, isn't it? So in the Premiership season, 88 million pounds spent this time. 38 million on this chap here from West Brom, 21 years old. He looks quite good. I'm not gonna lie. Quite a good season, West Brom, the season before in the Championship, and then they pick him up £38.5 million. Not too bad at all. So probably have a better season this time round. But apart from that, I don't think there's anything really been spent on players that I personally actually know. So that's not bad spending. So I don't recognise some of the bigger players, but they did have some players from some big clubs coming in. Calvert-Lewin, I've just noticed. Free transfer. So with all them transfers, let's see if there's anybody knocking around that we actually know. Aaron Maguire, Buchanan. Does anybody know any of these players? I'm struggling. I have to, apart from Ethan Laird, I know about Bernardo Alves, Isaac Pereira. I don't, to be honest, I've heard these names milling around. Filip Stefanovic, Diogo da Silva, 25 years old. I'm assuming he is a regen though. Very good season actually in the Championship. 12 and 7. Not bad at all. On loan. He was at Forest actually. Trevor Hogan, Calvert-Lewin. Did he score? He scored goals though. So in the Premiership then, who was the leading goal scorer? Calvert-Lewin and this chap here. And he was at Cam as well. Amazing. One season in. That's a good season. Good season from the previous one at Man United though. So they're picking up 23 million from United no less. So that's not bad at all. So it's a good squad. There's not many players in there from the old Tottenham team, I guess. Don't forget we are 10 years into the future at this point. Let's have a quick look at the manager history then. Let's who is still in charge. So managers. Right, so Mourinho, he only lasted 7 years there with 7 league wins and 11 cup wins. He left the managerial role in when did he leave? 2019? No, 26 possibly. 7 years. 7.5 years roughly. Chris Hughton came in with 2 league wins and a cup win. So they were more successful under Mourinho. But it's Chris Hughton. So I think this is the only team that we've actually seen a managerial change, which I find quite surprising. They didn't sack Mourinho. Mourinho must have got bored of winning and decided, you know what, I've had enough. Let's go. Let's give somebody else a chance. Unless he retired. What is Mourinho doing? He's in charge of Bournemouth, actually. 67 years old, in charge of Bournemouth. Wow. That's... what has he done with Bournemouth, then? He's just been hired. So he's been there for a season or two. But that is about it. Interesting. And finally, let's have a look at how they compare, then, in the Premiership wages structure. Are they one of the big spenders in there? So current season, in the season they've just finished in the Premiership, they finished 9th. Liverpool win it. They're outside the top 7, but Bournemouth are in there. So Mourinho has got Bournemouth into Europe. Wow. Wow, that's I just don't know what to say. Any surprises in there? Not really, apart from Derby in there now. Stoke are back. Sheffield United is still there, but not for long now because they've just been relegated. Right, let's have a quick look at some of the stats detailed. Let's go down to the bottom like we have done with all of them. We have a look at this. So Spurs, obviously spending a lot more than some of the other teams that managed to get into the Premiership. So Spurs at the moment, £120 million annum spend. That's an awful lot, but they are rich. So they can afford to do it, though. 60 million, but 274 million from Chelsea, who seem to be topping the bill quite frequently, with City, United, Liverpool all in the 200 million mark as well. Have a look at this table. Spurs are now going to top the bill of the top 6 so far. We've got one more team to go. Leicester, who are currently in the top 6 in real life. So we'll finish off the experiment with Leicester. Leicester, though, will be starting in the Midlands Tier 10. And we'll see how far they go. Maybe they'll have a different route through. Maybe they'll find it easier. But it's only Tottenham, though. Chelsea couldn't do it. Arsenal definitely couldn't do it. Spurs have managed to do it from the south, win 9 league wins on the bounce. So thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Click the notification button as well so you don't miss the last experience in this little series. And until next time, folks, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.